What does your day-to-day work life look like, basically, with Altomaxx?
So my day-to-day work life is, well, I run a company, so
Yeah.
um, I do a lot of scheduling, but I work with a lot of our strategic partners. As I said, this past year we've opened up an office in Ireland. We've opened up an office in Abu Dhabi. We're now looking at opening up an office in Norway. So I do a lot of travel, and I'm one who speaks with a lot of our clients, and as I said, strategic partners. I align contracts, a number of different high-level business items day to day. Taylor pilots. One of the big things that were left out as well when you were just talking is a lot of our pilots become teachers. So we are one of the largest drone flight schools in Canada, where Taylor's got her flight reviewer rating, and we train people how to fly drones. We train large companies how to fly drones, fire departments, police departments, emergency services. And public speaking. So Taylor's been to, has gone and spoken at different government conferences about different interests, and as well as our other pilots. So it's not just piloting. There's a lot of education involved. Some public speaking, like doing stuff like this. But the reason we do stuff like this is we're passionate about what we do.
So also, we just have another question that we wrote down. So how are the data and the drones like exactly linked together? Like, how do you process the information, if that makes sense?
It all depends on what it is that we're collecting. So I guess depending on if I'm collecting data with the drone that I showed you, so it takes video, and we can use this program inspector, and it's from the flyability company, and you can look at the video on there and you can see like everything that the drone saw, what elevations you were at, how long into the video it was. You can take pictures of it at the same time, and you can get all this information together and send it off to someone who needs to review it properly. Or we could do like photogrammetry. So, you take like a bunch of different photos of an area, and then you can link them all together to make one big photo, and you can like zoom in on it and you can see different areas of interest. We can do it with LiDAR, where we get a bunch of different points, and all those points come into a point cloud, and you can move it all around, collect elevations. You can collect like different like foliage if you're in a forest or something like that. And it all uses different types of programs, but we all process the data, and it's a learning experience too as you come into it. I didn't know how to do a lot of it. So coming into this job, it was a learning curve for using all the different technology and the different programs, and seeing what you can create with all the data you can collect.
And that's actually one thing, like what Taylor, to touch on that, is Taylor didn't really know too much about post-processing when she first came to Altomaxx, but recently, like we've had discussions about her career, and that's something that she's shown a lot of interest is on the post-processing side of things. So what we can do with the data. So when she mentioned photogrammetry, we make 3D models. So it's essentially stitching thousands of pictures together like a jigsaw puzzle and creating a 3D model. When we do ground penetrating radar, it's a lot of data interpretation of a number of images. And so we have people who do this in-house, and it's a huge part of the job. So for every hour that we fly drones, we spend at least an hour, if not two, doing data processing on the back end of stuff.
And I know, Mr. Priestley, you had mentioned some, like when you do your work, you travel and meet with clients and stuff. So like, how exactly do you guys like get your clients, or like how do you exactly meet them?
So myself, I do a lot of public speaking, as well as we put ourselves out there a little bit. We do a lot of cool things. So I don't know if you've been to our YouTube channel, but we have some videos that are very educational and kind of explain different technologies. And we've put a lot of time investing into those videos. We've also done work with the Discovery Channel, History Channel, where I've been on different TV shows there demonstrating different technologies. And we do a lot of oil and gas work. I mentioned this ISO, that we're currently the only certification body worldwide. So a lot of companies want to work with us and actually call us based on our drone program, but on the compliance side of things. we're flying machines through the air. So we're flying over people's critical infrastructure, or we're flying over urban areas. So they want to know that we have the standard operating procedures in place to be able to fly these safely. And how do we mitigate that risk? And by us having a very mature drone program, meaning we have procedures and policies in place, when our drone pilots aren't flying, they're doing training. And we have a very robust health and safety program when it comes to drones. So we have pre-flight checklists, we do site plans, we do emergency plans, and this is every time we fly. And we actually document every time that drone takes off, we actually document that flight. So should anything go wrong, we have a digital trail that we can track. And so that's why a lot of the larger companies worldwide want to work with us.